Greetings, my name is Wham Bam Duel, and today I'm going to be looking at the Arts of Atlantis set that just got revealed for Duel Links. So, pretty much just when it comes to Duel Links for me, I'm more of a free-to-play sort of guy. I haven't spent any money on the game. So, I'm going to be looking at this set from a free-to-player perspective. So, pretty much I'm going to be looking for decks that I think can at least be somewhat comprehensive from just buying out one box of this set, no box resets. So let's just go from the bottom up. I'm going to skip over cards that I don't really think are worth having a look at. Like, we don't need to talk about Magnet Force or Moai Interceptor Cannons. So, actually, let's look at Da Warrior. I don't know what this does. You can normal summon this card without tributing, but its attack becomes 1800 if it attacks. Negate all card effects that activate. Okay. It's not horrible. It's a level 6 that you can normal summon without tributing. It's not the worst. Gorgonic Cerberus. I did notice Gorgonic Guardian in this set, so that's not horrible. I figured they'd be printing some more Gorgonic monsters. Revival Golem. Can only be used once per turn. Sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. Special summon it or add it to the hand. That's not horrible, but the only real foolish burial I can think of for rock decks is like Rock Bombardment. But yeah, actually I think this might miss the timing if sent off of Rock Bombardment because this is a when effect and it's sent to the graveyard as a cost, and Rock Bombardment, of course, has the effect of dealing 500 damage. So actually, this card is a lot worse than I initially thought, if I'm correct about it missing the timing off of Rock Bombardment, which itself isn't even the best card you could use. Gigastone Omega. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon by banishing 2 Earth monsters. It's not horrible, but it's also not great, of course. Psychic Tracker is cool. Gorgonic Gargoyle is cool. Stonehenge Methods. When a face-up Chronomaly monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Chronomaly from your deck. Trying to change its battle position. That's pretty neat. Pretty much just replaces any Chronomaly that gets destroyed. Just kind of worse Magic Cylinder from a glance. This one, the Counterforce, not what's Cross Counter. It's not that good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip over. What's Xyz's territory do? When Xyz monster battles another monster, Xyz monster gains 200 attack and defense times its rank. During damage calculation only. If this face-up card on the field will be destroyed, you can detach an Xyz material instead. Not bad. I'll read through flavor text, sure. The thing that hides in the mud. This monster melts its way underground to attack its enemies from below. Not horrible. Pretty cool flavor text. Obviously, never gonna really see play. There's a bunch of their rock normal monsters. Boulder Tortoise. A stone turtle that is nearly indestructible. Pretty cool. Sandstone. I remember this dude from playing freaking Sacred Cards. Appears from underground and attacks with long snake-like tentacles. Ooh, better watch out. Dark World Shackles. Has nothing to do with the Dark World archetype. ZW Eagle Claw. Oh, that's a lot of text. If your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 or higher than yours, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target one Utopia, equip it. It gains 2,000. 2,000 attack. Once per turn, while this card is equipped to a monster, when a trap or trap effect that was activated on your opponent's side of the field resolves, negate the effect of that card. That's pretty cool. Gives you Utopia a bit of a boost and negates a trap. Chronomaly Winged Sphinx, level 5. And when it's normal summoned, you can special summon another level 5 Chronomaly, but it locks you into Chronomalies for the rest of the turn. I'm pretty sure Chronomalies have a way to facilitate normal summoning level 5 or higher without tributing. I could be wrong, though. Soul Monolith. Once per turn, you can target one Chronomaly you control, becomes level 6, and locks you into Chronomalies. One-Eyed Skill Gainer is actually pretty cool. I kind of like this card. I've read up on this guy a little bit. Pretty much, he just mills your opponent and then potentially gets you some monster destruction. It's pretty good, but this is like very situational. I do like that it has 3,200 attack on a rank 5 despite requiring 3 level 5s. This thing is really situational. I kind of like it though. Into super rares. Xyz Gift. If you control 2 or more face-up Xyz monsters, detach 2 materials and draw 2 cards. I could see this getting play, especially in like Honormont. Those make a lot of Xyz monsters, and they just love drawing cards, even though they already have their do draw. If that ever gets hit, who knows? That might be a potential suitable replacement. Also, I could just be talking on my ass here. Brain Control is pretty cool. I like this card. Condolence Puppet. Send gimmick puppet monsters with different names from the deck to the graveyard up to the number of monsters your opponent controls that are special summoned from the extra deck +1. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one machine Xyz monster you control that cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while face up on the field. It's pretty much a foolish burial for gimmick puppets and adds a little bit of protection to your Xyz monsters. I kind of like it. I don't know if this will see plays in gimmick puppets because their skill, the one with Destroy, whatever it's called, already kind of gives you a free foolish burial. Zexal Weapon, Asura Strike. You can target one Utopia, equip it from the hand or side of the field. It gains 1,000 attack, and it can attack all monsters your opponent controls. I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. Kagamusha Knight, when you normal summon a level 3, special summon it, it's just a straight up rank 3 Xyz maker. Chronomaly Never Disc. Another thing I gotta keep in mind is that unlike in main boxes, all these super rares are only gonna be 1 copy each in the mini box. When this card is normal summon, you can add. Okay, it gets a Stratos. Okay. If this card is in the graveyard and all monsters you control are Chronomaly, minimum 1, you can special summon this card in defense position. You cannot activate cards or effects during your turn you activate except Chronomaly effects. And you can only use each effect once. You can only use one effect. Okay. Number 52, Diamond Crab King. Oh my goodness, here we go with a lot of text. 2 level 4s, so it's generic. Once per turn, detach 1 Xyz material, change this card's defense to 0, and change its attack to 3,000. Pretty cool. These changes last until the end of this turn. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. If this card attacked, change it to attack position. If this card is attacked, change it to attack position at the end of the damage step. If it has no Xyz materials. So it's kind of like if Big Shield Gardna could, or Goblin Attack Force could switch their stats around. It's cool. I like its card artwork actually, but I don't think this is going to see play. Acid Golem of Destruction. I remember this guy. During each of your standby phases, detach 1 Xyz material or take 1,000 damage. You cannot special summon any monsters while this card. And while if this card has no Xyz materials, it cannot attack. This card is just funny. I love this card, even though it's not that good. Just, I love how I remember watching Rank 10's pathetic aesthetic video on number monsters, and it's like, to quote what they said in that video about the card artwork, they didn't make me immune to the acid when they filled me with it. Oh my goodness, this card is just hilarious. It just looks like it's in everlasting pain. Its ribs are exposed and everything. Oh, this card's just funny. They made it a super rare. Gorgonic Guardian, 2 level 3 rocks, so this will see play in Trimids. During either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, its attack becomes 0, and its effects are negated. These effects last until the end of the turn. Once per turn, you can target one monster with 0 attack, destroy it. That's pretty good. It's practically just removal with extra steps, of course. I do like that this kind of gets around monsters that are immune to effect destruction by negating their effects first. That is something I like. This is a good card. Number 36, Chronomaly Chateau Huyuk. 2 level 4 Chronomalies, of course. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach one material. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0. You contribute one Chronomaly monster. Target one... Okay, this is just worse Gorgonic Guardian. What the fuck? It's just worse Gorgonic Guardian. It's rank 4 Gorgonic Guardian, but oh my goodness, who would play this? This is not good, right? Like well, the thing about Chronomalies is that they lock themselves into just Chronomalies, so you don't really have many avenues to play generic cards. So I imagine that Chronomaly players are just going to be forced to use this card because there's only this and Atlantis in the game when this set comes out, when it comes to Chronomaly Xyz. So Chronomaly players are going to play this, but they're not going to like it. Junk Puppet is just Monster Reborn for gimmick puppets. It's good. Chronomaly Crystal Skull. If you control a Chronomaly, you can discard this card to the graveyard, add one Chronomaly from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except Crystal Skull. Pretty nice. I do like that it... I mean, I don't like that it needs you to control a Chronomaly. I think that's a bit ridiculous. But I can... Chronomalies just aren't that good. I mean, obviously, I'm going to get Atlantis. I'm going to buy this set just to get Atlantis because I love this card. Even though it's not the best from what I recall. Well, let's have a look at it. Number 6, Chronomaly Atlantis. I don't know why it's spelled like that. When this card is Xyz summoned, you can target one number monster in your graveyard, equip it to this card. This card gains attack equal to half the attack of the equipped monster. Once per turn, you detach material, send the equipped monster by this effect to the graveyard. Half your opponent's life points. You cannot conduct your battle phase that turn. I like this card. I like this card a lot. I like that it's generally just generic. You don't need to play Chronomalies to play Atlantis. You just need to play other number monsters. So you could play this along with a card like Force Focus in like Thunder Dragons. So yeah, if you're playing a Thunder Dragon deck, say your Force Focus dies, you can make Atlantis and get a pretty sweet attack boost that would bring this to like 3850, I believe, if I'm remembering Force Focus correctly. And yeah, it's a 3850 beater, and you can also just send it to the graveyard, put this back down to a still pretty respectable 2600, and half your opponent's life points. I like this card. I like this card a lot. I feel like this, and at least for me, Junk Puppet, make at least getting some packs of this worth it. Although I'm probably just going to end up buying a whole box. Even though I'm free to play and gems are a commodity. But you know what? I'll spend my gems how I like them. I have a few decently competitive decks, so I feel like I can afford to buy a box of this set. Because I like Atlantis, I like Junk Puppet, I like Gorgonic Guardian because I do play those Trimads. I mess around with those. I like Brain Control. I like Xyz's Gift. I kind of like this rank 5, even if it does require 3 level 5s. And I even kind of like, where was it? I even kind of like Gorgonic Gargoyle, although I'm pretty sure I have it already. Because, yeah, I think, yeah, these rares are all reprints, actually. Yeah, all these cards are the reprints, which I really dislike the fact that Konami is putting reprints into new sets, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, that's my thoughts on Arts of Atlantis.